My name is Chelsea, this is my Whippet Eva, and Whippets are the breed of the month for the mill. Whippets originated in England in the 19th century. The breed was created by crossing greyhounds, which look very similar to the Whippet but larger, with terriers. Whippets are a type of sight hound, but instead of relying on their nose to hunt down their prey like a lot of hound dogs, sight hounds rely on their sense of vision. Whippets were originally bred so that they could hunt rabbits and other small game to bring home for their families. And while Eva isn't a hunting dog for me personally, she still has the natural drive to go after anything that moves. This natural prey drive also makes them really great for sporting competitions such as lure coursing, agility, flyball, and disc competitions. Whippets and sighthounds in general do not make good guard dogs. They're very docile, they're extremely quiet, they make really good house pets, and they do well in apartments. There's a common misconception that because the Whippet is so fast and so athletic that they're really high energy and really hyper, but that couldn't be farther from the truth. Whippets are actually nicknamed the 35-mile-per-hour couch potato because they can reach speeds of 35 miles per hour when they're running, but they actually prefer to spend most of their time lounging around and sleeping. That's part of what makes it one of my favorite breeds, because if you're busy, they're content to just sleep and hang out on your couch during the day, but if you want to go outside, want to play with them, want to go hiking, they're down for anything. And then as soon as you're done playing with them, they're happy to just chill out by your side again, nice and quietly. Hounds are known to be stubborn, but Whippets are extremely intelligent, and they're also very sensitive. They do extremely well with positive reinforcement training. I started training Eva from day one when I brought her home when she was 12 weeks old, and I stuck with it, and I've never had an issue with her being stubborn. She's been extremely obedient and very intelligent, and she'll do anything for a treat or for a toy. Eva, sit. Down. Leave it. Up. Twirl. And one of her favorite treats is the Happy Howie sausage from the mill. Each dog's an individual, but as a whole, it is very uncommon for Whippets to be loud or to bark often. They're quiet, clean house pets that love to just hang out indoors with their owners. They really form close bonds with their families, and they've also been known to form particularly close bonds with at least 1 to 2 people in their household. Since they have very little body fat and a very thin single-layer coat, you have to make sure that you keep them warm in the winter with blankets and with jackets. But luckily for us, it's not wintertime right now, so Eva does not need this. Because of their short single-layer coat, grooming Whippets is a breeze. They don't really need to be brushed. They need occasional baths, and unlike many breeds, they don't get that typical doggy smell. You could even just get some baby wipes and wipe them down occasionally, and that'll keep them nice and fresh. And if you do give them a full bath in the bathtub or in your sink, they dry very quickly because of this short coat. Whippets come in several different colors. Eva's color is white with brindle. The brindle markings, you can see it's a brown color, or it could sometimes be a red or a fawn color with the black stripes. Some Whippets are solid brindle, where their whole body is this color. Some are pure white. They can be black, they can be gray, fawn, red, tan, a combination of colors. Basically, any color that a dog can come in, you can almost always find a Whippet in that color. I manage the mill of Hampstead, so Eva has become conditioned to think that every time I come home with a bag, it's a gift for her from our store. And half the time she's right. Is it for you, Eva? Because of their natural prey drive, Whippets and sighthounds in general tend to get really overly excited over toys and treats. So make sure you teach them that they're not going to get what they want until they sit quietly and behave, which honestly is not that hard to do. Because Eva knows that now that she's sitting, she will get to see what's in the bag. Due to their hunting instinct, they also tend to really go crazy for anything that squeaks because it reminds them of small game. She loves squeaky toys, she loves balls, she loves anything she can play with and chase. Like I mentioned before, Whippets can run extremely fast in short bursts. They can jump really high. Eva, jump. Jump. They're good at climbing, they're good at catching, they're very athletic, and a lot of them, Eva included, really love to go swimming. And luckily for her, we sell a lot of water toys and pool toys at our stores. Since sighthounds are so fast and since they have a natural instinct to chase small animals, it's very important to teach them leave it and drop it. That way, if they do get a hold of something, since they can obviously outrun you, it'll be a quick and easy way to get them to release. Monkey, drop it. Leave it. Good girl. Whippets are so fast, and since they're sighthounds, it's highly recommended that you don't let them anywhere loose, even if they're well trained. Always keep them on a harness. We got this one from the mill, or use a martingale collar for a sighthound. Regular collars they might be able to squeeze out of because of their long, skinny necks. Eva's really, really well trained and she's extremely clingy. She's never tried to run away from me, but as you probably saw just a couple seconds ago, she noticed a small animal under the truck and she tried to go for it. But because I have her on her harness and on a leash, she was not able to get away. In general, Whippets are very healthy dogs. They're not prone to any serious health concerns. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that they were bred for performance instead of looks. However, it is worth mentioning that due to their low body fat and their high metabolism, Whippets should see a vet that specializes in sighthounds or one that at least has experience with sighthounds because they metabolize things very differently from other breeds, which makes them sensitive to certain medications and doses. Whippets typically live for 14 to 16 years, although there have been many reports of some of them making it into their very late teens and even their early 20s. It would be extremely difficult to make your Whippet overweight, but please be responsible when taking care of them because if they do get too many treats and become overweight, their bodies really can't handle it well because they have very light bones, which is part of what makes them incredibly fast in short bursts. This breed can be a little bit shy towards strangers, but they are not known to show aggression. They bond extremely close to the people in their household and are very loyal pets. It's not a very common breed, but I truly believe that if more people knew about the Whippet, that there would be a lot more of them in each household. Now let's recap on everything we learned about the Whippet.